Good morning 8th standard students. This is the first video of the week and we are going to study a new poem, and the name of the poem is My Native Land. And this is a very interesting poem. I can say this is very inspiring poem which is written by Sir Walter Scott. So children, I expect from you all that you will pay the attention while watching this video, and we all are going to learn so many things in this poem. So children, you all can see the picture of Sir Walter Scott, how he was looking, and he was born in the year 1771 and he died in the year 1832. And now we can collect some information about the writer. So exact date of birth is 15 August 1771. So we can say that when we used to celebrate our Independence Day, 15th August is our Independence Day. That day is the birthday of Sir Walter Scott, and he died on 21 September 1832. From which country he was belonging? He was belonging from Scotland. So he was a Scottish historical novelist, poet, playwright and historian. And we can say that he was very influential and he has played a very important role in the society by his literature. Many of his work remain classics of both English language literature and of Scottish literature. So because he was belonging from Scotland, so Scottish literature, and he used to write in English language. So English language literature was also written by him. And now we can talk about the famous work which he has done. So famous titles includes The Lady of the Lake, and this is a narrative poem, and the novels Waverley, Old Mortality or The Tale of Old Mortality, Rob Roy, The Heart of Mid Lothian, The Bride of Lammermoor, and many more. So these are the some of the works of Walter Scott which are highly appreciated by the peoples, by the readers all over the world. So we can say that he is a very influential personality till now, okay, because till now the peoples are able to read whatever he has written, and the peoples are able to get inspiration, the peoples are able to get the ideas, okay. Now see children, if you will get time, then you can read these works also, the work of the poet, and these are also the extraordinary work done by him. For example, Ivanhoe, Waverley and Sir Walter Scott, the complete novels. So these are the works which are highly appreciated by the readers all over the world. So if you will get time in future, then you can read these novels. Now we can start the poem. So what the poem says: breathes there the man with soul so dead, who never to himself hath said, this is my own, my native land! Exclamation mark. Means in these three lines, narrator is saying that the person who is taking the breath, we cannot say that the person is alive. Maybe the person is physically alive, but the soul is dead. Why? The reason is because in which country he is living, he is not saying that this is my native land, this is my own land. Okay. So the sense of patriotism we can see here, and we can talk about the same, that the central character or the central theme of the poem is patriotism, that the one should love the country. Okay. So the writer wants to say this only, that any person who is not loving the country is compared to the dead man, right? Now we can see the next stanza children: whose heart hath never within him burned, as home his footstep he hath turned. So these two lines, what these two lines are speaking, these two lines are speaking that if any person is going away from the country, for example for the work or for any purpose, if he is traveling in another country, and if he is not getting a desire, a burning desire that I should return to my country, right, from wandering on a foreign strand. So if this is happening, then we can say that the person is not a good person, the person is not having a living soul. Okay, and later we will see that what about him the writer is explaining. So till here what we have seen, children, whose heart hath never within him burned. So the heart is not having the desire to return, as whom his footstep he had turned. So from home, from the native country, he has turned the footstep and wandering on the foreign strand, and he is moving in the another country, but he is not having the intention to return to his own country, right? So the writer is speaking about them. What is speaking we will see in the next stanza, but we can get one idea that he is speaking that they all are dead. Anyone who is living in the foreign country or alien country, and if they are not returning, or if they are not having the desire to return, so their soul are dead and they are also dead. And these type of peoples are not getting a fame also, and these type of peoples are not getting respect also in the world, right? Who is saying these all things? These all things are said by the poet Sir Walter Scott. Now let me discuss something with you all, children. Okay, for example, you are knowing this that in NASA so many Indian scientists are working, right? So in NASA so many Indian scientists are working. This is our prestige. But if you will go and talk with all those scientists, all of them will say that we love our country, and whenever we used to get the holidays, we used to come back to our countries. Okay, so if you will collect the data, you will be surprised to know that nearly 27% of the doctors, good doctors, best doctors in America, they are Indian. And what they used to say, they used to say that yes, we love our country and we want to return, and many used to return also, right? So the writer is here explaining that someone is returning, someone is not returning, that is not the issue. The issue is that from your heart, from your emotion, you should have the desire to return to your own country. That is important. So children, this picture we can see of the soldier, because this poem is completely based on patriotism and the soldier, and who is speaking my native land. So my native land means the land from which I belong. A true soldier fights not because he hates what is in front of him, but because he loves what is behind him. So children, I want to say to you all, see, soldiers are always ready for the war, but they are not interested in the war. Okay, why? Because they know that war brings destruction, war causes death, and anyone dies, any side, it is a loss, right? So they are always ready for the war. Why? Because they love us, they love all the peoples of their country, not because they hate those who are in front of them. Duty of a soldier is not to die for his country, but to make the enemy die for his. So this is the duty of the soldier, that to make the enemy dead and to protect the country from enemies, right? So simply I have used this so that we can get the inspiration, and this poem was written in that sense only. You know children, in the First World War and in the Second World War, many soldiers from different countries, they were fighting for different country. For example, so many Indian soldiers, they fought on the behalf of England. So if they are fighting on the behalf of England and if they die, so which place they will say that this is my place, this is my country. So that soldiers, okay, they started remembering their own country, and in that reference this poem My Native Land was written. So I hope you all are understanding the poem and you all are able to understand the emotion also, children. So finally, what the moral we can learn from today's video, we can learn the moral that the war should be the last option. Okay, yes, we should be brave, we should be always ready for the war, but if one step also we can take, if possible it is to solve the issue, we should try for that, because war always bring destruction, cries and worries. The war should be always the last option, and the one who is loving the country, they are alive, and the one who don't love the country, they all are dead people, right? So I hope you have learned so many things, children. Have a revision also, have daily revision. Thank you all for listening this. Have a nice day.